Hi guys, and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 as Real Madrid. So we're taking on Shakhtar today in our last friendly game. As you can see, my Prince continues in goal. Vallejo, pardon me, with a chance at centre back, and Asensio has shifted up into his favoured position today. So let's just get on with it, shall we? Danilo also getting the right back slot today to try and build up his fitness. There we go. So they're playing a 4-4-2. Again, we'll just go with the assistant's advice because we're not particularly fussed with how this one goes. Hoping for another good performance today, but again, doesn't really matter. This is more about the fitness, getting guys like Berardi bedded into the team. No new transfer arrivals or departures during the gap between episodes there. We're still in search of a new striker, and it looks like we're perhaps going to have to pay over the odds to get one, which does disappoint me a little bit, but you know, you have to pay for quality in this market these days. So Danilo to Modric, gets a good ball out to Ronaldo, charging forward, good play from him. Oh, and he's lost it. Forward it comes, Ferreira, Budkivski gives it away, Danilo coming forward to Berardi. I'd like to see a good showing from Berardi today, incidentally. Inside from him to Morata, beats the defender, and it's a good save actually off the post. That was decent from Berardi though, committed a defender and slid it into Morata there. He has been disappointing in the two friendlies that he has played so far. Kroos whipping in the corner here, headed away, should be picked up by Ronaldo. Oof, just. Ronaldo to Modric, helps her on quickly for Morata, and Kroos. Back to Modric, could he go out wide left? No, he's coming inside. Modric hits one, and it's a good save. Kenil Balotsky, I think you'd, if I were to have a go at the goalkeeper's name. Kroos to Modric. We expect pretty much one-way traffic here at home to a side that is clearly, below us. Marcelo ball in towards Morata, doesn't win the header. It will play for Ronaldo. It's a good save, and it's ended up in. It's ended up an own goal as they try and clear it, but Ronaldo, to be honest, should have scored a header. A little disappointed if he, if he's missing chances like that in the regular season. And an easy half for us so far, which is pleasing, but nobody really liked the world on fire, excuse me. Okay, make some changes now. We will bring Bale on actually for Morata, and we will shift Berardi into that striker position. I'm also going to bring on Kiko Casilla. He needs fitness built up. I'm going to bring on Isco for Asensio. We'll just change that to support. I'm going to bring on Ramos and Varane, as well as Kovacic and Carvajal. Basically bring on everyone apart from Keylor Navas. He's perfectly fit just now, Keylor Navas, and he will obviously be playing the majority of games during the season. So use these friendlies to give other guys game time. Ronaldo for Kovacic, forward to Berardi. Can he do better in the striker slot? If he were to actually do very well as a striker, oh, it's a good shot, deflected. If he was to do well as a striker here, he may very well turn into our backup striker. And we would look for someone else out wide right. But I don't expect that to be the case. He does prefer playing wide and cutting in Berardi, so I don't expect him to be up to the mustard as a striker for Real Madrid. But we'll never know if we don't give him the chance. Casilla with the goal kick here, playing it long towards Gareth Bale, flicks it on to Berardi. He goes back to Bale. Bale's running with it now, good ball out wide to Carvajal. Berardi's in the middle here, slipped in, but Stepanenko cutting it out. Ismaili away. And here comes Shakhtar on the break. Poor from Marcelo there. I'd be really disappointed if they equalise now, considering how dominant we've been. It's whipped in. Chance! And it is 1-1. That is a huge disappointment. Really poor, and if we're going to do things like that in the regular season, we will not be winning the league this season. We're certainly struggling in the Champions League playing sloppy like that. Marcelo to Kroos, could still win this one though. Isco. Oof, that's a red card if ever I've seen one there. So we should be able to win from here. Bale with the flick down to Kroos, forward for Berardi. Ronaldo to Marcelo. Coming inside, plays it to Kovacic. Back to Marcelo. Can he swing one in here? He does. It's in. It's nodded down, and Ronaldo for 2-1. Lovely. Hell of a better finish than the header. Carvajal now with the throw to Varane and Kroos. Ramos forward to Ronaldo. I bet we end up going win this one 5-1 or something now. Fred playing it forward, but away by Ramos. And away by Ramos again. He's just flicking it slightly too far for midfielders, but Kovacic to Ronaldo, acres of space, drives it in for Berardi, and there's 3-1. Berardi's first goal. Not a competitive one, of course, but still nice to see him get off the mark. Serna taking the throw in. He's still playing. Jesus, he must be like 38 by now. Ronaldo forward. Berardi picking it up now. Holding it well. Great ball to Bale. Bale's got assistance from Carvajal. Can Carvajal get it in? Nope. Blocked well. Possible counter on for Shakhtar. Wellington Nem. He can go wide here. Oof, he beats Varane. And shoots, but it's well wide. Well wide. Decent showing from the boys today. Can't be too disappointed with how we've played, but you know, nothing super impressive either. Boys like Berardi and Asensio who've got work to do to get into the team. Not overly impressive. Berardi got his goal, but he didn't impress me when he was out wide right, which is where he's most likely to get a spot in the team. So a decent win today in the friendly. I'm gonna, you know, passionately tell them they were good, even though it didn't seem to resonate with them. I just want to, you know, build up the morale at this early stage of the season. But what I am going to do now is have a little look for that left back. So I'm just going to have a little look through the sides in the league here. And I don't mind, well, there's not really any point in taking an older lad actually, because I got rid of Coentrao because I wanted a younger player to come in. Actually, I know who I want. I want Jose Gaya from Valencia. A great young Spanish left back. We'll see if we can pick him up. Okay, I just want to see what the scouts say. We may actually make a bid just now. I also scouted Javi Martinez because Manchester United are making a bid for him. I could get him, but he's 28 years old and I'm not overly thrilled about paying almost 40 million or 50 million for him. Higuain, 53 to 70. I'm somewhat tempted by bringing Higuain in. I don't know. How did he do last season? Okay, he had a great season last season. I don't know. Let's see what they say to some kind of structured deal. Let's start at 30 plus we'll do monthly installments over 4 years for another 10, and then we will do after appearances and after goals and see if they're willing to go for that. So after 30 games and after 30 goals we will go for another 2.5 million, which brings the complete value of the transfer up to 40. Okay, we'll go for 5 and bring it up to 50 because they're not going to accept 45. see what they say to this. So they want 56 up front and they want the whole thing to be worth 80. Okay, that's not going to happen. Let's go back with 35 up front. And then make this, let's see, make this 10. Bring these down to 4. What will that give us? That will give us 53. Bring them down to bring them down to 3.5. That would make the total value 52 million. Okay, and they want 57 up front start. This is ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. Alright, do you know what? I'm not playing anymore. If I was going to pay that kind of money, I would want someone who's like 23, 24, not someone who's 29. Jose Gaia they don't want to sell, but let's be serious here. We're going to force their hand. We bid 15, and they've not responded immediately. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see what his release is, if we can. 43. If they ask for 43, I don't know what I'd do. Okay, let's take another look for that striker just now. See if we can at least get some positive feedback before the end of the episode. It's difficult one here. I don't know. We'll try for Mauro Icardi. Let's see. Make an offer. We'll start at 30 and see the feedback we get. Okay. So they want over 50 then, really. And that's, again, not going to happen. It's very difficult, actually, to try and get a world-class striker for a reasonable fee. Or even a potential world-class striker. What about Moussa Dembele? Let's have a little scout report on Moussa Dembele. What did they pay Celtic? They paid Celtic 8 million. Okay. Possible. And have a little look at Origi again. See what they're saying on him. Okay, top goal scorer, top player, such and such. Okay, so they want us to scout Higuain, which we've just done. Hernandez, Mandzukic, okay. Draxler, Martins, Chervy, Munoz, and then just send a couple of... Okay, I usually do what they suggest in the scouting. It doesn't hurt to get a scout report on someone, even if you ultimately just reject it. Okay, I'm going to go up to 20 for Gaia and see what kind of response we get on that. Okay, again they're unwilling to respond. I think they're going to want his release clause, unfortunately. 23 to 41 for Moussa Dembele, but he only has 3-star potential, so there's not really any point in bringing him in. Origi is pretty much the same price and has better potential. I think I'm going to go for him. I think I'm going to go for Divock Origi, and he can actually fill in out wide when required as well, so he could get some game time from different positions. I'm going to start the bidding at 22 and see what they say. Okay, they've asked for 43.5, so they really want about 30 something. So I'm going to come back at 28 and see what they say. 37 plus this percentage again. Okay, so they added about 9.5, so they actually want about 4.6 on top of that. So they want about 32.5 or so they want, which I'm willing to give them. And they've accepted 32.5. Okay, so let's sign him up. I'm not overly interested in any of these players, to be honest. Let's have a little look at Munoz at Malaga, because I'm not aware of him. No, doesn't impress me. 20-year-old centre-back who has 9 for tackling? I don't think so. And of course we'll prepare attacking movement for our game against Celta Vigo, which is coming up in the next episode. But let's try and get our deal done for Divock Origi here. Let's bring this up. He's very interested in being a backup player, which bodes well for us. I'm going to offer him 65,000 a week, and I want him on a 5-year deal. And he's willing to take that. Excellent. So he'll be our striker, and we just have to try and prize Jose Gaia away from Valencia now. See if they come back with anything from that 20 million. Okay, here we go. What do we have now? Isco's contract set to expire. Let's try and renegotiate. Oh, he's willing to renegotiate it now. Okay, that's interesting. Let's try and keep him rotational. He wants 225,000 a week from 85,000. Wow. Wow. Okay, if I come back with 120, I think he's probably going to walk, but let's see. No, 215. Let's offer him 130 and see if he walks away, which he probably will. No, okay, so he's willing to take that, but he wants ridiculous bonuses. Okay, a 56,000 appearance fee, which is crazy, crazy high. Team of the Year bonus is 700. I'm willing to up to the maximum. If he plays well enough to get in the Team of the Year, that's well deserved. International cap bonus, again, if he plays for Spain, he deserves this kind of money. He wants the minimum fee release clause to come drastically down, which I'm not a fan of. Let's see if we can get that to 70. And I'll give him the 10% yearly wage rise. And he wants a humongous loyalty bonus. Let's try for 7. Alright, so we've given him some clauses there that I'm not particularly fond of, particularly that 56,000 appearance fee there, but you got to do what you got to do to keep the players sometimes. Okay, and Bayern have inquired about Jesus Vallejo, which we're going to reject because he's going to be a future player for us. And Origi is going to join. We've accepted that, and Jose Gaia will up the bid again to 25. And again they won't respond. Let's just go to 30 immediately. I think we're just going to have to activate his release, to be honest. But let's have a little look at Origi arriving and make sure the coaches agree with what the scout said about his potential. Okay, we're sending him on a language course. If we look here, potential ability 3 stars, they believe now, when they thought it was going to be a little higher than that. But, you know, I think he's a good player. And hopefully he can prove the coaches wrong and play past his potential. Unfortunately, nobody available for tutoring. Okay, so we're going to stop the episode here. We had a good friendly against Shakhtar there. We've got in our striker and we've set our eyes on a left back who hopefully we're going to get in the next episode, as well as playing Celta Vigo in the first leg of the Spanish Super Cup. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time.